Hi, this is math for real people. Now in this video I'm going to show you how to solve for a variable when two things are happening to it, like you see on the screen. So right now looking here, you can see your variable. Now remember, your goal is to get your variable by itself. So get x by itself. So the first thing you need to recognize is that there are two things happening to this variable. So you look only on the side of the equal sign that has the variable. You don't care about the 7 right now. You only look over here. And you say, okay, well, what is happening to my variable? And you can see right here, it is being both multiplied and added to. So there's two things, multiplication and addition. So you have to get used to noticing what's happening to the variable. So you're going to have to take that apart and undo it. So it's not bad, there's two things to undo. Well, a lot of people have a hard time remembering how to remember the order to undo the things. So if you look at your variable right here, you can think of your variable as a present. And your present on Christmas, and you put it in a box first. So first your present gets put in a box, and then it has wrapping paper over it. Well, what do you have to take off first when you're opening your presents? Exactly, your wrapping paper. So you have to take away the wrapping paper, and then you have to take away the box, and you'll be left with your present, which is the variable. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to look at this step by step, and you want to think first, what is going on the side of the equal sign with my variable? So that is your first step. And then I'm going to show you the steps written all out. So here are all your steps, so let's follow them one by one. So look only on the side that has x. So here's your x, and we already talked about how it's being added and multiplied. And it says get rid of the thing furthest from x, so the wrapping paper like we talked about. And how do we get rid of something? Well, right down here it says do the opposite operation, then the same to the other side. In order to get rid of something being added, you subtract it. Whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other side. Always rewrite your step. You don't have to put anything here because that turns into 0, and that turns into a 6. So we only looked at the side with x, we got rid of the thing that was furthest away from it. Now we get rid of the box. Get rid of the thing closest to it. So it's being multiplied, so you do the opposite. You divide, and you do it to both sides. That turns into a 1, which is what you want. You want x equals 3. And then you can still double check it. So if you plugged a 3 in right here, and you said 2 times 3 plus 1, does that give you 7? Yes, it does. So let's do one more problem together. So here's our new problem. Looking at this, we can say, looking only on the side with x, what needs to happen? So first, we need to get rid of the thing furthest away, which means we need to get rid of that 6. Well, it's being subtracted. So you need to do the opposite and add 6 to both sides. So remember that equal sign is a scale, so if we add something to one side, we have to add it to the other. And then we have x over 3 equals 10. You always write down that step. And now it's an easier problem. And you say, well, how do I get rid of the last thing here? You have to get rid of the thing closest to x because you're solving for x. And you multiply by 3 since it was divided by 3. Those turn into 1s. Do the same thing to the other side. And you get, I'm going to write it right up here, x equals 30. So is that true if you plug it in? 30 divided by 3, subtract 6, does that equal 4? Do it in your head, ready, set, go, you got it. Alright, I'm going to give you 2 more practice problems. Okay, so here are 2 more problems. I want you to hit pause, try these, see if you can do them, even if it's only in your head. So go ahead and do that. And come back. Okay, good. So, what you should have done is looked only at the side with x. It's okay that x is on this side. It doesn't matter, as long as you're only looking at the side with x. And then you go ahead and get rid of the thing furthest away from it first. So it's subtracting 2, so you need to do the opposite, add 2 to get rid of it. Do the same thing to the other side. So now you're left with 15 equals 5x. Now get rid of the thing closest to it. It's being multiplied, so you must divide. You must do the opposite. So you divide by 5, and you get 3 equals x. Great. Plug it in, check it, make sure it checks. Look at this side, or this problem. So we look only on the side with the variable. I switched it to be y. It's crazy, I know. But you can have any letter you want. So we go ahead and get rid of the thing furthest away from it first. So I need to subtract 5. And I'm left with 1/3 y equals 7. Now this looks different. Now remember, if you have 1/3 y, it's the same as saying y over 3 equals 7. Okay, so y over 3 equals 7, and you just do the same thing. If it's being divided, you multiply. And you get y equals 21. And plug it in and check it. Now notice I did not teach you one that looks like this. This is different. We didn't do anything that subtracted x. We're going to save that for when we do solving with multiple steps. So you don't know how to do this part yet. Okay? Thank you.